God is speaking to you today. I see the burdens that weigh you down and the struggles you face. You don't have to carry it all by yourself. Come to me, for my word says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Rest in me, and I will restore your heart and soul. Trust that I am with you, always ready to offer strength, peace, and renewal. My child, I know the weight you're carrying. You don't have to bear it alone. Come to me and lay it down at my feet. I promise to give you rest, to renew your strength, and to carry the load for you. Trust in my goodness, and rest in my presence. You are never alone. Today, I call you to bring your worries and burdens to me. I understand your struggles, and I want to help you carry them. My word says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Trust me, and let my peace fill your heart, renewing your spirit and soul. God is speaking to your heart today. I know what you're going through, and I am here with open arms, ready to help you carry your burdens. Let go of the weight you've been holding on to. Come to me, and I will give you the rest and peace you need. Let my strength become your strength today. Child of God, don't carry that heavy burden any longer. My arms are wide open, waiting for you to surrender it all to me. I see your struggles and I am here to bring you peace. Trust in my love and rest in my presence, for I will restore and renew your spirit. Come to me with all your cares and burdens. I know what you're facing, and I want to offer you the peace that only I can give. My word promises, I will give you rest. Take a deep breath and surrender everything to me, and I will refresh your soul. Today, I want to remind you that you don't have to walk through this alone. I know the struggles you're facing, and I am here to carry your burdens. Come to me, trust in my strength, and let my peace fill your heart. I will give you rest, and I will renew your spirit. God says to you today, you are not alone in your struggles. Come to me, and I will give you rest. I know the heaviness you feel, and I am strong enough to carry it for you. Trust me with your burdens, and I will give you peace and renewal. My child, rest in my presence today. I know the weight of your burdens, and I promise to lighten your load. I will give you rest, and I will strengthen your spirit. Let go of the worry and trust that I am here to help you, every step of the way. God speaks to your heart right now. Come to me, all you who are weary. You don't have to carry this alone. Give me your burdens, and I will give you rest. Trust in my promises and let my peace surround you. I am your refuge and strength. God knows the heaviness you're carrying. You don't have to bear it alone any longer. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Lay your burdens at my feet, and I will renew your strength. Trust in me, for I am your refuge and your strength. God says to you, I see the struggles you're going through, and I am here to help. Come to me with your burdens, and I will give you rest. Let my peace fill you, and trust that I am always here, ready to carry your load. My beloved, I see the weight you're carrying. You don't have to hold it all by yourself. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Trust in my power to handle everything that feels too heavy for you. Let my peace renew your heart. Come to me today, weary and burdened, and I will give you the rest you need. I know the struggles you face, and I am here to provide comfort and peace. Let go of the heaviness, and trust that I am with you every step of the way. Today, I want you to know that your burdens are not yours to carry alone. Come to me with everything you're facing. I will give you rest. I am strong enough to handle it, and I will renew your spirit as you trust in me. God is saying to you, I understand the burdens you carry, and I am here to take them from you. Come to me and I will give you rest. Trust in my power to carry what you cannot. Rest in my presence, and I will renew your soul. My child, you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. I know the burdens you're facing. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Let my peace surround you as I renew your strength and restore your spirit. I know what you're going through, and I am here to help. Come to me, and I will give you rest. I will carry your burdens and renew your spirit. You are not alone, for I am your strength and your refuge. God is calling you today to bring your burdens to Him. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Whatever is weighing you down, trust that I am more than capable of handling it. Let me be your refuge, and I will renew your soul. Child of God, I know the burdens you carry. Come to me, and I will give you rest. I am strong enough to carry your load. Trust in my love, and I will renew your spirit, giving you the peace and strength you need to keep going. My beloved, do not be weary. Come to me, and I will give you the rest you seek. You don't have to face this alone. Let my strength carry you through. Trust in my presence and let me restore your soul today. Today, I call you to come to me with your burdens. I see the weight you're carrying, and I am here to give you rest. Lay down your struggles and trust that I will renew your spirit, filling you with peace and strength. God is saying to you today, I know your struggles, and I am here to help. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Trust that I can carry the weight you're feeling. Let me renew your spirit with my peace. My child, I know you're carrying a heavy load. You don't have to bear it alone. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Let my strength lift you up and my peace refresh your soul. Rest in me today, for I understand the weight you're carrying. Come to me with your burdens, and I will give you rest. Trust in my strength, and I will renew your spirit and guide you through. I see the heaviness you feel, and I want to help. Come to me, and I will give you rest. I am here to carry the load with you. Trust in my power to renew your spirit and restore your peace. My beloved, come to me with your burdens, and I will give you rest. I know what you are facing, and I promise to carry your load. Trust in my strength, and I will renew your heart and soul. God is saying to you, you don't have to carry your burdens alone. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Trust in my ability to handle what feels too heavy for you. Let me renew your spirit with my peace. Today, I want to remind you that you don't have to face your struggles alone. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Trust in my strength and allow me to carry your burdens. I will renew your spirit. God is calling you to come to Him, to surrender your burdens. Come to me, and I will give you rest. Lay down everything you're carrying and trust that I will renew your heart, mind, and soul with my peace and strength. God's invitation for rest and renewal. In the hustle and bustle of life, it is easy to feel overwhelmed, burdened, and weary. Life's challenges often leave us feeling drained, as if we are carrying a heavy load, both physically and emotionally. We may try to find relief in various ways, through work, relationships, or even distractions, but the true peace we long for can only be found in God. The message of God today is one of comfort and invitation. Jesus extends an open invitation to anyone feeling tired, burdened, or worn out by life's struggles. He says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11 verse 28. This is not just a call for those who are physically exhausted, but also for those carrying the weight of stress, fear, worry, and emotional pain. The burdens we carry in our hearts often become even heavier than the ones we carry with our hands. God offers an oasis of rest. Think of an oasis in the desert, a place of refreshment in the middle of a dry, barren land. Just as the desert traveler seeks refuge in the cool shade and fresh water of an oasis, we are invited to find spiritual refreshment in God. The desert of life can often feel long and unforgiving, but God's invitation is to come and find peace in Him. When we accept God's invitation, He promises to refresh us. But how? He says, "Learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." Matthew 11 verse 29. It is through learning from God's ways that we find true rest. The ways of the world often lead to stress, anxiety, and exhaustion. But God's ways are gentle, humble, and life-giving. When we align ourselves with God's will, His pace, and His purpose for our lives, we discover that life does not have to be a constant struggle. Instead, it becomes a journey of peace and fulfillment. God's rest is not just physical, it's spiritual. When we rest in Him, we find peace in our souls. The burdens we carry become lighter when we allow God to bear them for us. We were never meant to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. Jesus has already carried that weight for us through His sacrifice on the cross. In the midst of life's storms, God invites us to find refuge in Him. He is our hiding place, our safe haven, our place of peace. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures, He leads me beside quiet waters, He refreshes my soul. Psalm 23 verses 1-3. Just as a shepherd cares for and guides their sheep, God is our shepherd who cares for us and leads us to a place of rest. When we surrender our worries, fears, and anxieties to Him, He leads us beside still waters, where our souls can find renewal. Furthermore, God's message is one of simplicity and humility. In a world that often values success, power, and achievement, God calls us to humility and simplicity. I am gentle and humble in heart, says Jesus. It is in embracing this gentle, humble spirit that we find rest. The world teaches us to strive, to fight, to accumulate, but God calls us to surrender, trust, and rest in Him. Through God's love and grace, we can find the rest we need, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. As we draw closer to Him, we are reminded that we do not walk this journey alone. He walks with us, offering rest, comfort, and peace. In God, we find not only the strength to carry on but also the peace that surpasses all understanding. If you are weary today, take a moment to accept God's invitation. Lay your burdens down at His feet. Trust in His promise of rest and refreshment. Let His peace fill your heart and soul. You are not alone, and God's love will carry you through. God's promise for your life, confidence, faith, and abundance in the journey of life. We are often taught to have confidence in ourselves and in the abilities God has given us. It's through this belief that we become empowered to pursue the life we desire. However, true confidence isn't just about trusting our own strength, it's about recognizing the strength God has instilled in us and trusting in His plan for us. The Scripture often reminds us that God has equipped each of us with the gifts and abilities needed to fulfill our purpose. In Philippians 4 verse 13, we are told, I can do all this through Him who gives me strength. This verse is not just a reminder of our own capabilities but also a testimony of God's power working within us. When we step forward with faith and optimism, we align ourselves with God's plan, and we begin to manifest the desires He has placed in our hearts. Sometimes, we may feel like what we desire is far away or difficult to achieve. We may wonder whether we're capable of reaching our goals. But God's Word encourages us to believe that what we want is already on its way. He is constantly working behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances and aligning opportunities that will bring us closer to the desires He has set for us. Psalm 37 verse 4 says, Take delight in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. This isn't just about receiving material blessings, it's about experiencing the fulfillment of God's will in our lives, His perfect plan for us. Our faith and hope are powerful forces. They fuel the momentum that moves us toward our dreams. When we remain hopeful and filled with gratitude, we create space for miracles to happen. Gratitude, especially, plays a pivotal role in manifesting blessings. When we thank God for what we have, we open ourselves to receive even more. As we cultivate thankfulness, we begin to notice the abundance of goodness and blessings already surrounding us. Romans 8 verse 28 reassures us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. This verse reminds us that everything, even the challenges and delays, is working together for our ultimate good. God's timing may not always align with our own, but His plan is always perfect. As we trust in His timing, we grow in patience and wisdom. God also calls us to excel in all that we do. Whether in our careers, relationships, or personal growth, God desires for us to live abundantly and with excellence. Colossians 3 verse 23 encourages us, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." When we approach each task with a heart full of purpose and joy, we are honoring God and paving the way for success. We may not always see immediate results, but God is faithful. Miracles are unfolding around us, sometimes in ways we don't expect. As we focus on our relationship with Him and trust that He is working for our good, we can experience transformation. The more we walk in faith, hope, and gratitude, the more we align with God's will and His abundant blessings. When we say, "I am excelling in everything I do," we acknowledge the truth that God is with us. He is our strength, our guide, and our source of all that is good. The dreams we hold in our hearts are not just our own, they are reflections of the desires God has placed within us. As we trust Him and follow His guidance, we are empowered to make those dreams a reality. Today, remember that God is with you, strengthening you, guiding you, and providing for you. Stay confident in His plan, trust that the life you desire is already making its way to you, and remain full of gratitude for the miracles that are unfolding in your life. You are doing a great job, and God is with you every step of the way.